What's up, you guys? Sim here, Team Symmetry, here to bring you guys the first place winning deck profile from YCS Providence that took place this weekend. The winner was Chris LeBlanc. I hope I'm saying that right. If I'm not, I apologize. As you guys can see, he is running Geargia Karakuri. This is a very interesting deck. I have actually played against this. My friend at SF State, Nick, runs a variant of this deck, and this deck proves to be really effective, and he won the entire event with this deck. So we're just going to go through it real quick. I'm not very familiar with Geargias. I've only played against them. I've never played with them, but I understand their basic combos, so I think it's just a really good deck. I'm going to analyze why I feel Chris won this weekend with this deck of choice. Shout out to Mega Capital G, first and foremost, for calling it, saying that Geargia was going to win. That was just amazing. And shout out to Jarrell Pro Winston. He was the first person to get an interview and deck profile with Chris. I don't want anyone to think that I am the first person to get this. I found this through him via Facebook. So if you see this, Jarrell, thank you for linking that to everyone on Facebook. It was able to help me make this video. So anyways, we'll get into it. 3 Geargia armor. You guys already know this is the heart of the deck. 3 Geargia Arsenal. This is your Lone Fire Blossom, which you usually tribute to get Geargia armor and set up your combos. Accelerator to make your rank 4s and to make your Shockmasters and all your broken plays. He chose to run 2 MK2s. I was not sure what this card does, but apparently when it's normal or special, you can special a Geargia from your hand or graveyard. So I guess this is another way of making like a rank 3 or something, or making other plays. Works really well, so this card's pretty good. He ran 2 Nisa, what is it? The Strategist MDL. So that card's pretty good. That's the one tuner. You can use it to you're able to select the monster on the field, change its battle position. You combo it with one of the synchros in order to draw more cards. And he ran 2 of the Saisons, the level 4 tuner, which is really good too. He teched a Birdman, which I'm sure works really well in this deck because it being a tuner and being able to bounce cards back opens up a lot of different plays. I think Birdman was an excellent choice. He ran 2 Thunder King because Thunder King locks down the meta these days, self-explanatory. For hand traps, he chose to run only 2 Effect Veiler and a Gores. There are no Max C, Chris said, because he felt Max C was just not that effective at this event. That windup were good, but Effect Veiler did more, and Effect Veiler did more in the mirror match, more against other decks. So that's it for the monsters. It's 20 monsters. Onto the spells. 3 MST, obvious back row removal. In addition, Heavy Storm, Dark Hole, Book of Moon, Mind Control, 1 Tech Forbidden Lance, which he said was really good. Helped him get around problem monsters and save his monsters. 1 Paw of Avarice to recycle everything, and 1 Monster Reborn. Traps, 2 Bottomless, 2 Compulse. This is my favorite card of the format right now. I think this card is just amazing. 2 Solemn Warning, 2 Fiendish Chain, which is really interesting. He brought that card back. 1 Torrential, and 1 Starlight Road. You guys are wondering, where is the Solemn Judgment? Where is the Deep Prison and all that? Chris said in his interview with Jarrell that he felt that Fiendish Chain was more effective in case people were running Inzectors or other effect-based decks, that this card would be a lot better than having the Solemn Judgment of Summoning. He could lock down the monster's effect and run over it with a bigger monster. Didn't want to overgo on Torrentials since you don't want to clear your field, and the rest is pretty self-explanatory. So it was a 40-card deck. Looks really good to me. I think it was just a really good deck in general. Onto the side deck, it runs 2 Gemini Amps for Dark World, 2 Snowman Eater. It's good against Heroes, good against a Mirror Match, good against a lot of other decks. 2 Fossil Dino, which is a really interesting card. I love this card, and he said this card won him a lot of games in his top 8 against Agents. Being able to lock down the opponent from special summoning is really good, so Dino put in work. System Down, obviously, for the Mirror Match, and like Gadgets and Machina. 2 Shadow Mirror for Dark World, and Inzectors. 2 Trap Stun, which I think is just an amazing call in general. This card is amazing. You flip this card, your opponent has back row, you go off, you don't fear Gores. So this card's really great. 2 Rivalry, because Rivalry, he said, is more effective against Windup. And Rabbit, because Rabbit is able to go into Gemnite Pearl, and Windup can go into... they can use Double Shark, and they can go into Carrier and Leviathan. So this card... was better than Goza match, he said, and 2 Macrocosmos, which he said won him his final match against Dragons because he couldn't get anything in the graveyard. Onto the extra deck, for the 3s, 1 Zen Mains and 1 Tempo, best ones you need. The standard 2 Gear Giant X, Maestroke, Utopia, Pappy. I told you guys you have to run Pappy in every deck. Steelsworn Roach, and 1 Shockmaster. Surprisingly, he said Shockmaster did not come out all weekend and that the card was actually not that good. That's really surprising, but I guess when you're going off with all your combos and basically trying to OTK with your Karakuri engine, this card's probably a lot more effective. Black Rose, 1 Bure. This card's really good. Select a monster on the field, you can change its battle position. 2 Burrito. Burrito's really good. You're able to draw cards off of it. There were 2 Bure, my mistake. And 1 Scrap Dragon and 1 Stardust, finishing out the whole deck profile. Now, why do I think this deck won? I felt that this deck won because a lot of people were running Geargias, and I think that Karakuri Geargia is a lot more effective than Machina Geargia because you're able to make big synchro summon plays through Bure, Burrito, and a lot of other synchros. You're also able to combo really nicely off Geargia and X, and you're able to just do a lot of nice combos with his deck, and I feel that his side deck choices were really good. Gemini Imps is obvious. I think his star winners were definitely Fossil Dyna, Trap Stun, and Rivalry because they really do lock down the meta. They Trap Stun is an amazing call. I think this is like the best thing. Like you could honestly side over Decree. This way, he wouldn't have to lose his Gores if he had a Decree face up, so I felt Trapstone was a really good call. Rivalry is good against, like I said, decks like Wind Up and other things like that. Macro put in work against probably Dark World and Dragons, and the rest is pretty standard, you guys. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys like this deck? Do you think it deserved to win? Do you think that that you would make any changes? I think the deck's really good. I personally would I'm probably going to try this just to see how this deck works. I think it's really well built, and he definitely deserved to win. So let me know what you guys think. Thumbs up this video. I hope everyone who went to Providence had a really great trip. Next YCS will be YCS Seattle, which I will be attending, so I look forward to meeting a lot of you guys there and playing in the event. So let me know what you guys think. Thumbs up the video, comment below with your thoughts on the deck, and just let me know what you guys think, and we will continue to make other videos in the future. So that's all I got to say, you guys. Thank you for watching.